Okay, hey, Steve Shelley here, as you may know me. I am making a video here that I'm going to upload on YouTube and then send you a link to. That's why you're watching this right now. But what I want to do is I want to share with you, and you may have already seen some of my videos on it with Cheryl and I on a webinar that we did with a young gentleman. But we are implementing into our business basically what I call a customer loyalty program that I think you're going to be really interested in for your business, because it will really help you get more lifetime value out of your customers. You know, you've already have a customer base. You know, I don't know how big it may be. I mean, over the years, we've got tens of thousands of people in our database that have bought from us. But the problem with the business that we have right now is we don't have a lot of back sales. We have customer acquisition costs that we spend to get that customer. They buy a product, and then we usually don't hear from them again. And there's not a whole lot of back sales that we have in that same industry to give them. Well, guess what? We're changing all that, and I'm excited about what we're doing, and I think you're going to be excited about it too, because you can have the opportunity to do exactly the same thing that we're doing. Actually taking our customers and plugging them into literally the largest economic industry that there is out there, and that's the travel industry. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do as basically a customer loyalty program to plug our customers into, so that we can generate more lifetime value out of those customers as they're going to do what they're already doing, but give them a free, no strings attached opportunity to save money when they travel. And then we make basically a cash rebate back from their traveling when they're saving money. It's a real no-brainer. And I'm going to kind of explain it out to you here a little bit more in a second. I'm using a program here where I'm trying to figure out exactly how to go to my whiteboard. I just got this pen. I'm going to write on my computer screen here. So bear with me that what I'm writing here. And if you can even read my writing, that'll be really good too. So let me go to share my screen. There it is. Okay. All right. Hopefully we're looking at the same thing here. Now, first off, what I'm talking about here is, like I said, this is not exactly what it's called, but it's in the same format as basically a customer loyalty program. And customer loyalty program. Now, what a customer loyalty program is, that's when a company implements, basically gives something of value to their customers to help them be repeat buyers. Basically, it's a way that they can keep marketing themselves to them without having to spend any more money marketing to them, because it keeps them on the top of their mind who they are. And so they give them something, like I said, of value that they can use and to go out and use and shop with or whatever and get discounts. But at the same time, they're trying to get them back into their store, back into their business to buy. So what I'm going to show you is in that same format, but it's not exactly a customer loyalty program, but you can use it as such. So the biggest thing, like I was saying, the mistake that we've made in our business is we have not developed lifetime value of a customer, right? So, what lifetime value is I think the insurance industry is a best one to kind of explain this. Is, let's say that, when they sell them a policy, and I don't know the numbers, I'm just throwing those numbers out there, but when an insurance agent sells somebody a policy, let's say they make $100, I'm going to use my finger instead of this pen, it just seems to work better. They make $100 upfront commission, and then every year when that person renews it, oh, now it wants to work. Every year when they renew their policy, they make, say, $50. So over the course of, if they stay with them for 10 years, and doing $50 a year, they make renewal off of that customer. Over 10 years, the lifetime value of that customer is, going to be $600, because you multiply that times 10 and plus the initial. So the lifetime value of a customer, say to this insurance agent, is $600. And that means that they're not out having to acquire a new customer. Once they got the customer, every time the customer renews, they make money off them. Well, in business today, you know, a lifetime value of a customer is really big. You see, you know, a lot of websites online, when you buy something, you start getting emails from them, you know, on their sales, and they're doing all this stuff because they want you to come back to their website to buy other things. Like, you know, I shopped a lot online for hunting gear. So if I go to a specific sporting, you know, company's website and I buy a hat or a shirt or something for hunting, I'll continue to get emails for them to want me to come back and buy more stuff. They're trying to develop the lifetime value out of me, so they didn't just get me as a one-time customer, but they keep getting me as a customer, and they keep making money off me, so they don't have to keep spending money to acquire me. They've already acquired me as a customer, right? So that's what lifetime value of a customer is. Well, I'm going to show you here what Cheryl and I are getting ready to launch. We're going actually to the launch of this next week. I don't know when you're going to be seeing this when I get the link to it, because I'm going to get that off here and upload it to YouTube. But the weekend of January 18th and 19th, we're going to San Diego, California for the launch of this company here. We are involved with a direct sales company called SBH. And what SBH is, it's a multifaceted direct sales company. Now, I've been in business before Cheryl and I got married. I started my own business right the moment I got out of the Navy in 1996. I went into business for myself. Pretty much been in business for myself and us together once we got married, you know, 23 years ago. That I've been in business. Okay, I own my own business. Well, out of all them years, I mean, over half my life that I've owned my own business, this, what I'm about to show you, is the best business concept I've ever really seen, to be honest with you. Especially when it makes so much sense that, you know, even in my age now, 52, I'm looking for an exit strategy. I don't want to work the rest of my life. I want something that will provide for me, and that I don't have to worry so much on a 401k. I don't have to worry about, you know, this and that. I want another stream of income coming in. For us, it's a residual stream. And so, you know, we've got involved in this company called SBH, Success by Health. And I'll be very honest with you. I mean, they got awesome products. I'm actually drinking our own coffee that we buy from our own company right now. Jeremy, you can see that opportunity, the homes in Butte, Montana. Jeremy, Big Inc., if you guys looking for a home in Butte, Montana. And it's a new subdivision that he's building there of townhomes. A little plug there for you, Jeremy. So anyways, SBH is the company that's behind what I'm going to show you. But they started out as a nutraceuticals company, but the founder of the company has been in this industry for many years. And he knows that he told us this last April in a meeting in Dallas. He's branching the company out into multifaceted areas instead of just locking down to one thing. And he told us that they were adding a travel portion to the company. And he kind of gave us a little idea of what it's going to be about. Sounded great then, but just didn't really understand it. Well, it was rolled out to us here a couple weeks ago, and we were given an opportunity to step up and become involved with it, and we immediately did because we see the potential of it. And so I'm going to share it to you right here instead of babbling on. What it is a travel company side of it. It's going to be called Voz Travel. And Voz is basically, it's an online travel platform. Just like you will go online right now, you know, you go to the URLs of companies, you put in www, and then whatever the booking site is, and then you can see hotels, you can see cars, you know, you can see cruises, you can see tours, you know, stuff like that. That's what Voz is. Voz is a wholesale booking site online that you can go to and book your travel. Whoopee, right? There's already, you know, dozens of them out there you can do this with. Well, here's the secret. Voz, as what Cheryl and I, we've signed up at the company as a ETA, which is an elite travel agent, or not agent, affiliate with the company. We get whatever the normal published price would be on any of most booking sites you find out there. We get, as an ETA, 75% discount off of published prices. For example, if we were looking at going to Vegas for a week and we were going to stay in a 4-star hotel, and for that week it cost us $1,000, through the Voz platform we could probably get that same stay for $250, which is 75% savings, right? That's huge. Just that alone, it's worth it, right? I mean, it's for what it costs to be an ETA, that would pay for itself really fast. But that's only the scratch of the scratch, okay? Now let me show you why we're so excited about this as an actual business opportunity is because as we can take and plug folks into a little eraser here. We can send people to our website portal. Oops, got to put it back on. We can send them back to our website portal as a guest, and they can save up to 50%. So let's look at a scenario here. This trip, just booking hotel alone at a 4-star in Vegas for a week, costs $1,000 published price. This is what you go to pretty much any website out there today. There's dozens of them, and honestly, they're all owned by 2 different companies. But you go to these websites and you find this hotel for $1,000. Let's say the guest, you give them what we call a travel pass to the website, to the Voz portal, right? And they go there as a guest and they save 50%. So their price for that week is $500. Awesome, right? Because you just now help somebody save $500. Now if you're an ETA, you get to save, remember I said up to 75%? Your cost would be $250. Now the reason that they can do this is ETA. The reason that you can do this and save that much is because hotels, cars and stuff, most of them are never 100% booked. So companies like Voz go in there and they pre-negotiate prices on a wholesale level saying, look, we'll bring in a whole group of people, put you on our platform so we can book these hotels from you, but we need to have it at this price. Well, instead of that room sitting there empty, they would much rather have you there at this price than making nothing off of that room. So that's how Voz gets these kind of discounts on travel. And when I'm talking travel, I'm not talking, just hotels. I'm talking worldwide. I'm talking literally the inventory of over $8 trillion worth of travel opportunity worldwide. Voz has the access to. I mean, we're talking sporting events. We're talking tours. We're talking golf courses, cruises, cars, rental cars, hotels. I don't know in the airline industry right now. That seems to be such a tight industry. I don't know what kind of discounts are going to get there. But all the other stuff, I know that it's that you name it, pretty much it's there. Anywhere you want to go, it's there. They'll even have access to what they call lightning weeks, where let's say you're going to go to Cabo, and it normally would have cost $800 for that week or $1,000 for that week. You can literally go there on a lightning week for only $200, for like, I don't know, $40 a night or whatever. They're going to have stuff like that on there that, hey, if you're going to travel the next 60 days, check out these lightning week deals. And you can literally go stay at 5-star resorts for under $50 a night. I mean, stuff like that's going to be on, or actually is now on the Voz platform. So all that's pretty cool, right? Well, let me just show you the really cool part of it. Now, let's say I just told you that the published price of this hotel in Vegas, 4-star hotel, right? $1,000. That's what you're going to find if you went on any travel site out there and found it, or that hotel site, $1,000. You give a pass out to one of your customers, right? You tell your customer, listen, I appreciate that you're a customer of mine. I've got something here I want to give to you to show my appreciation. The only thing I'm going to ask is that when I give it to you, that you go register it within the next 24 to 48 hours because it's kind of time sensitive. And so you give them a guest pass to the Voz portal, right? So they go on to the Voz website with a guest pass that has a number on it that correlates to you. That's your number. You actually go into your Voz website and generate that number as a guest. Give that number to them. So they go on the Voz portal. They register that number. They find the hotel, and they find that hotel, let's say, for $500. They just saved $500, right? Right there. It was a $500 savings. Well, you as a ETA, this was for the guest right here, you as an elite travel affiliate of Voz, remember, you got that same room at a $250 price, which is awesome. But watch this. Voz negotiated this price already with the hotel. The guest paid this price. Voz will take the difference between what the guest paid and what you paid and pay you 50% of that. So you're going to get back a cash rebate of 50%. That's $250 difference. You're going to get back a cash rebate of $125. So you know somebody that's going to travel anyways, right? I mean, people, they put travel on credit cards. They don't even have money and they travel, right? So if you just people travel, go to an airport, you know, outside of a little, you know, we were here in Helena, Montana, and you still go to the airport here. They're building our airport out and expanding it because people are traveling. They're adding more airlines in there because people are traveling. You get to a hub like, you know, Denver or Seattle or Atlanta or Chicago, man, just there's thousands of people at one time just moving. People are traveling places. People are renting cars. People are booking hotels. I mean, they're going to events. They're going to sporting events. People travel, right? So you, as a business, take this and as a like I said, a customer loyalty program, you go to your customer database of customers and say, listen, I want to thank you for being a customer. I want to give to you a travel pass, a guest pass to this travel website. So anytime you go in there and book travel, you can book up to, not all of them are going to be, but up to 50% off what you would normally find published out there. So you're going to get wholesale pricing. So you're blessing your customer with a huge discount that they're going to travel anyways this year. And now you just said, hey, you can travel with up to 50%. So you're saving them money. But because you're a elite travel affiliate, you're going to make the difference between the elite travel affiliate price and their guest price, 50% of that, which I was just talking about. Well, let's see how those numbers can work out. Let's say, for example, it's 2020, it's January 2020. And I believe, we're going to find out more next week when we go there, but we're going to find out that as an ETA, Voz is going to give something like 500 travel passes a month to the ETAs, all right? Let's say that over the course of this year, you're able to give away 5 or 1,000 of those Voz passes to your customers, right? These are people that you already know, or these brand new customers coming in, doesn't matter. Could be your friends, could be your family, could be your neighbor, could be anybody, right? But let's say Voz gives you every month 500 new guest passes to give away. We don't understand the full structure of how many and how long they're good for, but we just know that you're going to get like an allotment of guest passes every month, and it's quite a few as at the ETA level. So you're going to get so many guest passes every month. But let's say over the course of in 2020, this year, you give away 1,000 of these guest passes. Remember, I just showed you that the difference between the published price, the guest price, and the ETA price is like 1,000, 500, and 250, and you made 50% of this difference right here, which was, that's a $250 difference, so 50%, you made $125. Cash rebate back to you, okay? Cash back to you. Not points only, but cash back to you. $125 for sharing with just one person. Let's say you shared these guest passes that Voz gives you to 1,000 people in 2020. And let's say that you averaged only $50 cash back per pass that you handed out. Do the simple math. 1,000 times $50 each, that's $50,000 extra you're going to make this year off your customers that you wouldn't have made before. And remember what I said, all you did was give them something. You gave them something that's going to bless them with savings, because they're going to travel this year anyways. They're going to book a hotel somewhere this year anyways. They're going to go to a sporting event. They're going to go to a golf course. They're going to go rent a car. They're going to go on a tour. They're going to do that anyways. And all you're doing is saying, here, let me give you a guest pass. I want to thank you for being my customer. I'm going to give you a guest pass to this travel website. That pass is linked to you by that number that you give them. They go there, they register. Wow, look at the savings. They book their travel. All of a sudden, you get a check in the mail for $125 or $50 or $500. You don't know what they're actually going to book. But I'm just throwing simple numbers out there, and I'm telling you that there's no disclaimer that you're going to make a dime, okay? You might not make a dime. It's all based on your efforts. But I'm just showing you what the travel platform can give back to you and what it can help for you to develop your customer, the lifetime value of your customers. So let's look and say right now you have it, like it's just got done saying, let's say you have a database of 1,000 customers. You hand out the guest pass to all those customers, right? Those customers are going to travel. They're going to book a hotel. They're going to rent a car. They're going to do a sporting goods event. But let's say that you get back as a cash rebate off of their travel from the difference in the price. Remember, I just showed you the difference between a guest price and an ETA price. You get 50% of that difference. Let's say that difference averaged, again, $50. You get $50K a year residual. And that's not just this year. This is forever, ever that they use this pass, okay? As long as you stay as an ETA, they have that guest pass that's linked to you. Let's say that you gave out 2,000, right? Let's say you average $75 a piece kickback, because once they use it, they're going to save. They're going to want to use it more and more and more, and they're going to tell their friends about it. Well, yeah, let's just do that quick math. 2,000 people with guest passes, you're averaging a $75 kickback, cash kickback. Well, that's some pretty good numbers there. That's just what you're making extra by giving away a guest pass to this travel site. It's an A+ 5-star travel site. I'm telling you, it's the best of the best stuff out there. They say their motto is 5-star service at 3-star prices. You're giving away something of huge value. And this is something I know that, when I'm trying to sell coffee to somebody, right? Sometimes people will get, it's better coffee and whatnot, but if it's not convenient for them, they won't use it. They have habits and they have their favorite brand, or they do this and that. When it comes to travel, the only thing that people are loyal to is discounts. That's the only thing that they're loyal to. They will go, when I'm booking travel, right, I'll go 5-6 different websites and I'm looking. There's one website out there you can plug in what you want to do, and it'll automatically give you half a dozen different sites and the prices on all the sites. And you'll notice that those prices are almost always the same. Again, the reason that is because it's called price parity. They are working all for the same two companies, and they can't outdo each other. We're not held to that. So we can give a hotel away for $250 that normally would have cost $1,000. But I want you to see that, though. The lifetime value, you take those 2,000 customers that you have already in your database, you bless them with a guest pass. They use that guest pass to save money, and suddenly you're making $100,000 a year or more in residual lifetime value every year off of those customers. So let me ask you the question here. How fast, if you can average, I'm throwing small numbers out there, you could average $50 per customer a year, how many guest passes would you get out? If you averaged $500 per customer cash rebate back, how many guest passes would you give out to your customer database? Do you see the picture here? Do you see why I say this is one of the best business concepts that I've ever seen? I give away free savings to people who are already going to travel, that are already looking for savings to start with. I always look to save when I travel. I never go look for retail price. I always look for savings. So always win, and everybody else is just like me. And here's the thing, I'm going to show you this. $850 billion is going to be of travel is going to be booked online in 2020. $850 billion. Is people are going to use their phone, they're going to use their laptops, they're going to go online to a travel site, to a travel portal, and book their hotels, book their cars, book their flights, book everything this year. $850 billion. How many travel passes, yes passes, could you hand out? Because they're going to do it anyways. They're going to, if you don't give it to them, this thing's going to blow up. You can see it. It's just, there's nothing to stop it. When people are going to be able just to give away, you don't have to go to your friends and sell them anything. You don't have to do a business presentation. You have to just go and say, hey, I want to bless you with a discount. Only thing I'm going to ask of you is that you go register this with right away, the next 24, 48 hours. Would you do that if I can save you 50% of travel? Well, what am I going to say? Most often, yes. And the reason I just throw the 24 to 48 hours in there is because you don't want them to take that number, the guest pass, and just put it in their pocket and forget about it. If you anchor that to the, hey, will you do this in the next 24, 48 hours, they'll go to the Voz website with your number, log it in, which connects them to you. So every time they go back in and they book their hotels, guess what? You are getting blessed. Let me put that back. Every time they go onto their Voz website and they put in that travel number, because now they just probably can log in with their name and password, that's linked to you. So every time they go get a big discount on travel, you get a cash rebate back every time. So again, I asked the question, how many guest passes could you give out if you could get back $50 a year for every one of them? And you don't have to sell it. You give it to people. I give you this thing. It's got my number on it. Go to this website. Log it in the next 24 to 48 hours so they actually do it. They don't just go, okay, thank you, put it in their pocket and forget about it. If you anchor it saying, hey, do this the next 24, 48 hours, would you please? They'll do it. And here's another thing that we're doing. Everybody that we give a guest pass out, we're going to invite them over to our Facebook page, and it's going to be through an Instagram page and whatnot. But when they go on to Facebook, our Facebook group, and they'll show people, hey, we just went to Aruba, and man, published price was $4,000. We got the whole thing for $2,000. We saved $2,000. Look at what we did. We horseback rode here. We went, kite sailing. We did all this fishing. That's going to be on there. Now, thousands of other people are going to be on that same group, and they're going to see that and go, oh man, honey, we need to do that. Yeah, that's cool. They can actually go in and book that exact same excursion that they just went on for the same pricing. We're going to bring people together to show them that this is working for people, see the fun that other people are having. So guess what? That motivates them to say, oh yeah, we need to use our Voz guest pass. Now what happens is every time they use it, you're going to get a cash rebate back. So let me just close this out. How many customers you have in your database? What's your lifetime value of those customers? And are you doing anything right now that's going to increase the lifetime value of that customer, like what I just showed you? Everything I'm going to show you, I just showed you, you give away free to them. You don't charge them anything. You don't upsell them anything. You just bless them with savings. And because you become an ETA of the company, an elite travel affiliate of the company, which right now, to be an elite travel affiliate before the launch next week is $1,500. After the launch, it's going to be $2,000. Cheryl and I actually joined in with the Voz Travel, not just as an ETA, but as to get in on the founders. They're doing a founder package where the whole company-wide, worldwide, at the end of the year, will take 2.5% of their gross sales and distribute that to the founders. That's $3,000 package, $29.95. We came in at that level because we want to be part of that whole big picture, because we see this thing. So you can be an elite travel affiliate right now to have access to everything I just showed you for $1,500, or you can be like us and say, you know what, I can see this working. Imagine thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people out there handing out travel passes and people using those travel passes. And then the Voz at the end of the year saying, hey, we're going to take 2.5% of this revenue and distribute it among all the founders. That's a huge bonus at the end of the year. That's just 2020, 2021, 2022. It's just going to keep growing and growing and growing and growing. I mean, you're not selling anything to anybody. You're giving it away and increasing the lifetime value of those people. That's why I'm just sending this out to business folks, okay? Because I want you to see that picture. They're going to book travel anyways. It's going to cost them $1,000. You can save them up to 50% with that same room, hotel, car, excursion, whatever, only costs them $500. You're going to make the savings difference between what I showed you, your elite travel affiliate price, which would say $250 because you save up to 75%, they save 50%. You make that part in the middle as a cashback rebate every time they go on and book travel. Every time, from now and forever, okay? As long as you become an ETA, as long as they use the website, you're going to make that. So, I mean, come on, you think about it. You give out 1,000 this year. You give out 1,000 next year. You give out 1,000 after that. Next thing you know, you got 10,000 people out there with travel passes. Heck, you might just give out 10,000 this year alone. And in the end of a couple of years, you got 100,000 people out there using travel passes, and you make average $50 a piece on it. Could you retire on that? Would that be an exit strategy for out of your business? Can you use that money and take that away and put it into buying real estate or a 401k or whatever you might want to do it? You can actually will this to somebody. You can gift this to your kids or will it to your kids. It's a willable business platform that you can, you know, if you said, I'm done, and people are out there, they're still giving it away and they're still using it, you know, for their life, you could will that to your kids, your grandkids, whatever, and they could be benefiting from it too. So anyways, I hope you see the vision that we see. That's why I'm excited about it. That's why I'm willing to come on here and make a fool out of myself on this video and try to explain it to you without really putting anything together, you know, in a great presentation. But anyways, get back to me. If you just understood what I just told you, get back to me. We'll talk more about it. I'll get you set up. We're running out of time if you want to get in as an ETA. I think we only got like 7 days left, and today's the 7th, so I think it only goes up to the 15th of January. And then it goes from basically $14.95 up to $19.95. So you can save $500 right now being an ETA. You say, man, dude, that's a no-brainer. I want to get involved as a founder, which is I think 25 right now or 27, somewhere in there. But it jumps up to $29.95. And the founder, basically, you're going to get more VOS passes a month, and you're going to get involved in the profit share of the company, 2.5% of the profit share of the company. And there's only going to be ever 3,000 founders worldwide. So that there's a number that once that number's gone, it's gone. You can never be a founder again. And that only is another $1,500 upgrade. I mean, as a business owner, I was like, we didn't even hesitate. We're doing it. Boom. Because I tell you what, people travel. Trump's economy is booming. People are spending money. I tell you, if Trump gets reelected this year, which I think there's probably a very good chance he will, people are going to continue to spend money because they're confident in the economy. And this is the time to lay that groundwork, get free travel passes into the hand of every customer you have and every new customer that comes in. Think of it as a customer loyalty program. You just increase the lifetime value of that customer exponentially. So if you see it, you see the vision, get back to me right away. We are moving as fast as we can with this. I'm talking to everybody I know about it. That's why I made this video to share with you so I can just get this out there fast. And there you go. Now you know what we're doing. Now you know where we're putting all of our efforts in 2020. All right. God bless you. And I will see you later.